What if Honda brought back a motorcycle that didn't try to be the fastest, didn't try to be the most powerful, yet somehow became one of the most enjoyable bikes to ride? Now, here's the twist. A machine like this might actually make more sense today than all the high-tech, high-performance bikes we see everywhere. Stay with me. Welcome back to Muziada Studio. And today we're diving into a true classic reborn, the 2026 Honda SL 175. The SL series has always held a special place in Honda's history. These weren't pure dirt bikes, and they weren't just road bikes either. They lived right in that perfect space in between. Back in the late 60s and early 70s, the original SL175 was built for riders who wanted freedom. Not just speed, not just performance, but the ability to ride anywhere, anytime. And honestly, that idea feels even more relevant today because if you look around, most modern bikes are built for very specific purposes. Aggressive sport bikes, heavy cruisers, massive adventure machine, but not many bikes that simply let you ride without overthinking it. And that's exactly what the 2026 Honda SL 175 could bring back. Let's start with the design because this is where Honda could create something truly special. Imagine a slim, lightweight body, a classic scrambler stance, a high-mounted exhaust, a simple round headlight, wide handlebars, and a long, comfortable seat. The kind of bike that looks just as good parked outside a cafe as it does kicking up dust on a trail. But here's the key, it wouldn't feel like a retro gimmick. It would feel authentic. Modern touches like LED lighting and improved materials would bring it into 2026. While the overall design stays clean and minimal. No unnecessary panels, no overcomplicated shapes, just a bike that looks ready to go anywhere. And personally, I love that kind of design. Because sometimes the simplest bikes are the ones you connect with the most. They don't distract you. They invite you to ride. Now, let's talk about the engine. Because this part has to be done right. The original SL175 wasn't about power, it was about usability. And that's exactly the direction Honda should take again. A modern 175 to 200 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine would be perfect. Not too powerful, not too weak, just enough. Because not every bike needs to impress you with numbers. Sometimes the best bikes are the ones you can actually use fully. You can twist the throttle, go through every gear, and enjoy the entire experience without holding back. That's what this bike should deliver. Fuel injection would make it reliable and efficient for daily use. A smooth 5-speed gearbox would keep things simple and easy. And most importantly, the power delivery should be smooth, predictable, and forgiving. Something that works just as well in city traffic as it does on a dirt path. Because at the end of the day, this isn't a race bike, it's a freedom bike. Now let's talk performance. Because this is where the SL175 could really surprise people. Lightweight construction is everything here. The lighter the bike, the more fun it becomes. It's easier to handle, easier to control, and far less tiring to ride. And honestly, this is something I personally enjoy a lot. I'd take a lightweight, simple bike over a heavy, powerful one any day, if it means I can actually enjoy the ride more. This suspension would likely be simple but capable. Long travel front forks, and a rear shock that can handle rough roads and light trails. Not extreme, but enough to give you confidence when the pavement ends. Because that's the whole point. You're not supposed to stop when the road ends. You're supposed to keep going. The riding position would be upright and relaxed, perfect for long rides, daily commutes, and everything in between. Wide handlebars would give you better control, especially off-road. And this is where the SL175 really stands out. It's not trying to be the best at one thing. It's trying to be good at everything. Now let's talk about braking, because this is where modern upgrades really matter. A 2026 version would definitely come with disc brakes and possibly ABS depending on the market. That alone makes the bike safer and more confidence-inspiring, especially for newer riders. And speaking of new riders, this bike could be perfect for beginners. It's not intimidating, it's easy to handle, and it teaches you real riding skills. You're not relying on electronics. You're actually learning how to ride. But it's not just for beginners. Experienced riders could love this as a second bike. Something simple, something fun, something you can just jump on and ride without overthinking anything. And honestly, this is exactly the kind of bike I'd want for everyday use. Not something I have to prepare for, just something I can start, ride, and enjoy.